Hi everybody, welcome to this introduction to Photoshop. Don't worry if you're using a different version of Photoshop than you will see in this video. You should still be able to follow along with the features that are presented. Now Photoshop is all about layers. Okay, so here we have an image that is composed of 5 different layers. Layer 1 is a motorbike. Layer 2 is a fox. Layer 3 is a school with some trees. Layer 4 is a brown road. And layer 5 is a blue sky. Now we can choose which layers we want to be part of our composition, and we can arrange those layers to create the design that we want to create. And when we're finished, we can export this image out of Photoshop in, for example, .jpg format as a single image. Today we're going to focus on layers, and we're going to follow 4 basic instructions, and then we're going to try to recreate this image with a school, 3 trees, a fox, a blue sky, a brown road, and a motorbike in the front. So let's get started. Create a new project folder called Focus1. Okay, I've done that already. I'll show you that in a moment. Download the images. I've done that. I'll show you in a moment. And then we're going to open Photoshop, File, New, Photo, 4x6. Let's see if we can figure out what that means. And we're going to choose a landscape orientation. So first of all, I'm going to jump to the Downloads folder of my computer. I've downloaded the 4 images. I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to paste them into my project folder, which I've already set up. So be organized, guys, especially when you're working with an application like Photoshop. Make sure all of your images are stored together. Now let's get into Photoshop, and we're going to go to File, New, Print. Was it Photo? Can we find it? Four by 6. Can we find it? It was Photo, wasn't it? Not Print. It was Photo 4x6. And we're going to choose Landscape Orientation. Okay, Landscape. So let's create that. Here we have our digital artboard. This is where we're going to design our picture. Now I need to open those 4 images. Wow. So you can just select them all and open them in one shot. Great. So there's the bike, there's the fox, there's the school, and there's the tree. And of course here we have our design area where we're going to put everything together. So let me show you a trick in Photoshop. I'm going to go to the Bike tab here and just drag it off so it comes out in its own window. I'm going to do the same with Fox. I'm going to do the same with School. I'm going to do the same with Tree. Let's just get all of these things into their own windows. Now the reason I've done that is because I can go to the Move tool and drag the tree into my digital workspace. We got it. So now I don't need this anymore. I can close the window. Oh wait, there were 3 trees, weren't there? So let's do it again, and let's do it again. We do need 3 trees. So there's one way of getting multiple images into your design space. We don't need that anymore. Now let's grab that motorbike and drag it into the digital design space. We don't need that window anymore. I can always open it again later if I need it. It's still saved in my project folder, right? So I always have access to it. Brilliant. Okay. So we've managed to get all the things that we need into Photoshop. Now you need to open the Layers window. The Layers window is extremely important in Photoshop. If it's closed, if you can't find it, go to the window and find the Layers window. Shortcut F7. Now let's just rename these layers. So this is the fox. This is the school. Just double click. This is the bike. I'm going to call this one tree 1, this one tree 2, and this one is going to be tree 3. So these are all the layers in my project at the moment. Now the school was at the very back and the motorbike was in front of the school. Okay, so I can reorder layers so I can control what is in front and what is behind. The bike is now in front of the school. Okay, let's take the fox. Let's take the tree. The tree, this tree here is in front of the school as well. Ooh, look at these colored backgrounds. The fox has a yellow color, the bike has a red one. How can we get rid of these backgrounds? Well, let's go into the toolbar and see if we can find a tool to help us. There's the eraser tool. Let's start to play with the eraser tool. Now I can zoom in by doing Control+ on my keyboard. You can zoom in. There must be an easier way of getting rid of this solid yellow color. I'm going to zoom out, Control- on the keyboard. Yeah, I remember something about the magic wand tool. See if you can figure out how to use the magic wand tool to get rid of these nasty backgrounds. Now to resize an image or a layer, we're going to transform the size. So Control-T on your keyboard for transform. Control-T. And then you can resize and rotate images within your Photoshop composition. Now that's as much as I'm going to tell you today. Your challenge now is to see if you can recreate this image in Photoshop. Good luck.